back with the shit. I just felt like screaming.
Is that a joint? Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Good morning, Fredman.
Morning, lots of us, man. Thanks, Mike 420. Oh my god. I love goods. What a nice rally. Bitcoin's had it. Gold had it. Futures, oh my god, had it. We got about less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute to go till the opening bell. Let's pull up those futures real quick so you can get. We've limited up multiple times now. Gonna be a nice one. 5% on both. So we're gonna gap up. Oh my god, man. Sorry. Here you have it. All right. So that was like if it reversed here, and I liked the Qs more than the S&P, more than the Dow Jones. All right. Let's see where. So Dow Jones is gonna open like what 18,900 or so. Up here, I mean, is that you gonna back test these areas before rallying at all? Hold on, let me pull up the Qs. Qs gang, dudes. So it's like, I said this to patrons yesterday. How does this not play out now? Like, I get it. There it is. Look, you've gapped up. Look where we gapped up. 179.55 on the Qs. Holy crap, that gap's gonna fill probably soon, right? You think it's not gonna stay up here? But great news. Hold on. Here you go. S&P 500 gapped up out of the channel. Holy crap. 4-hour chart. Common retrace levels. And then you got the Dow Jones. Wow, much higher, right? Up at 19,690. My bad. So, yeah, I was thinking 5%, whatever. So, huge gap up on all the indices. Gold bottom left. NASDAQ composite 6860. What the heck? Not much of a... What happened? Is it broken? Huh? NASDAQ didn't move? I'm confused. Hold on a sec. Okay, so just a little, not much movement.
Let's go BTC.
Bruh.
Yeah, really, dude. I mean, When's that going to spill over to equities? When's it going to spill into Bitcoin? That'll find a way. All this stupid money getting printed, it's going to get into everything. You're already probably seeing it, right? With Bitcoin rallying, with golds rallying like this. I mean, let's make monopoly money and turn it into fake money, or which is just the U.S. dollar and everything else. Now let's just convert it into gold and Bitcoin, which will be our new overlords, right? But wow, just out the gate, there's a little bit of selling, but as you can see, you're above your open just barely. Kind of hilarious, but very interesting, right? With the S&P, where you didn't break out, you just gapped out, and I just don't know how I feel about that, man, because we know about gaps, how they fill. Dow Jones gonna have its own. I don't even know if I have it here. Hold on. Oh, 1414 fib extension from this high. No, which high? No, it was from this high, this low to high, way back here. Yeah, from this low to the high, you hit a 1414 fib extension, which is definitely a reversal area, potentially. The 1618 also, but the beauty of the 1414 in this situation, chat, was the fact that we had a critical support looking left, where the 1618, and that's not really the case. Right? You look left, and you can see it. 1414 lines up like the Jesus man. The 1618 's not really. No, nothing really. So that's the thing about fib extensions. If you're getting into the fib game or whatever, Fibonacci with confluence with other Fibonacci from different anchor points is great, but also horizontal line supports looking left, also great. Look at gold, 1614 just hit your highest high of this rally. Let's go. I don't know what's happened. NASDAQ chart broken for anyone? I mean, is this real life? Is this where it opened? 6860, it's like broken, dude. I don't know. Here you go. Qs 180.33 up 5.8% on the day. So, dude, the double rejection yesterday really intrigued me. And not only that, it was like shortening of the thrust, right? Where you hit this low, you rallied, you dumped again, you hit the same low. Okay, the divergence was still like developing, and then you sold off again. You hit the same freaking support with like this tweezer bottom action yesterday, where you tested very, very critical supports twice. And this right here, man, the fact that you closed the day, you closed the first 4-hour candle and the second 4-hour candle above this again with all this divergence, just, if you know the chart, I mean, like, yeah, the gap up, I mean, maybe instead of gapping up, even in just crypto terms, it'd be like you just rally to the upside, instead of gapping up so tremendously like this. So great, dude, for the gap up, but was kind of just, it could have just slowly, methodically reversed too, and it would have made sense, right? Yeah, see, NASDAQ, I don't know what's going on. My literal NASDAQ chart's broken. If I refresh, then let me see if I can change it to something and then go back to it, and maybe it isn't broken. I just don't want to have to redo this. It's kind of, there we go. Look, I just went back. This is what happened with the Dow Jones, like over the weekend, where it just showed one candle, it showed just like one thing, and just, I don't know. I didn't even turn my computer off. That's what's weird. So, great news, man. Yeah, I would think, because NASDAQ, how in the world, could the Qs be up, but the NASDAQ couldn't, because, like, you got some big names in the Qs that are definitely, that comprise the NASDAQ, so. Mic overdriving. Sorry, maybe it's I was too close to the mic. I don't know, is it better now? Copper Connect, dude, copper. Oh my god, we're going back to precious metals technical analysis with Mitch Ray. Like, no joke, dude. Send the probes, man. Oh my god.
Santa Probes tipped $153.72, a share of GLD on the Probes. Kings.
Thanks, Probes, for the $153.72, the GLD. Yeah, I got a couple calls of that. Doing exceptional now. I mean, if you're a patron and it's like, look, we waited. I mean, you're still so far away. 1658 for the measured move. So we haven't gotten there. I think we're only hitting the we're just hitting the golden retrace right now, the 618, right? So, we're not quite there yet at target. So this is definitely an area where you could reverse on gold, unfortunately. But let me pull it up. Thank you so much, man. That's big time, dude. These trying, troubling times. Very, very grateful, dude. So yeah, I mean, this is like what the target was, but we do know, if you just go from the high point to low point, you're at an area where we could reverse. Fortunately for us, as traders of this asset, there is absolutely no buyer exhaustion on a significant time scale. That's great. You are now overbought, though, for the first time really since like March 8th. And that was when we were Kangs up here at the multi-year highs. So this should continue, at least, you think about the fundamentals of what's happening. Monetary system being absolutely ruined. But it's something that we don't like. They're just more pressing things at hand right now than the collapse of our monetary system in the future. It's our world economy, so I get it. I get what's going on. Wow. Big time, dude. See if I can all right, so starting to go a little red on the indices, and that makes sense, dude. I mean, like, how in the world do you not sell off from there? It's just a gap up, man. It's like a close in reverse, people taking their profit at open type stuff, man. So, there's a gap, man. There's a big gap on everything that could fill today if you're not lucky. And I think Nancy Pelosi speaking on CNBC. So monkey S on that, How's the market gonna respond? I'm not sure. Give me a sec. And then at the same time, she's speaking right now. Hence why we're selling off, maybe. Right here, your futures. Look at the VIX, dude. VIX just getting murked. It's been getting murked. This isn't the one Probst had, but Probst exited. Pretty good timing since, like, I don't know. I can't even remember. It was just last week. Quad witching. So 179.70 on the Qs. You don't know what the Qs like, really, for the most part, it's like, if you're looking at the Qs, it's Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Apple. Like, you're looking at the MAGA stocks for the Qs. So that's the Q gang. And you've got smaller, you got assets with smaller percentages of the blend, like Cisco and can't even remember, because the other ones, like the big four, the MAGA stocks, are like 10% each, pretty much, 10 to 8%. Apple, I think, being the single largest. So, what I've loved about the Qs is just the outperformance of the S&P. It's been wonderful. When the S&P is down 3%, this is down 1%. The S&P is down 1%, this is up. That's like what's been happening this whole time. So, it makes sense. Google's like Apple, you would think, would be taking the biggest hit of the big four, right? Because they've got all those retail stores. But isn't Apple, haven't they opened back up their stores in China now? So
Precious metals and stocks live.
Bruh.
Yeah, I know, right? Should just change the Discord name again. We do need to go. I do want to look at the XCU. We'll look at it right after this talk. But besides Apple having like brick and mortars, you think Microsoft should it have? I mean, everyone's going to be disrupted, but we're talking about what's going to get least disrupted, like virtual companies that provide those virtual goods and services. And so Microsoft's definitely one of those. Amazon, they might, if it wasn't for the government intervention, they just become a monopoly, right? Everything goes out of business and they thrive and they become even more powerful. Okay, well, I like Amazon. And then you got Microsoft. Wait, did I say Microsoft? So Microsoft, Apple, and then you got Google, which is like 84% of the revenue comes from advertising anyway online. So, I mean, like, why wouldn't it outperform in a huge sell-off crash if those are your top assets in the ETF's blend, right? Anyway, yeah, XCU Connect Copper. We're looking at this. Yeah, it's like the double bottom, higher low double bottom stuff, the convergence. This was what, I discovered. Yeah, someone requested this, and I'm like, wait a second. I was like, talking pattern development. What about this? A big old bullish bat pattern. No, it's a bat. I mean, it's kind of weird because the 57% retrace is kind of out of it. But okay. It, for a fact, it went down to a 98% retrace. So that's kind of maybe where, if it was off here a little bit, it was off here a little bit. And that's why, like, you want to find the patterns that are the most perfect, because they're the least amount, there's the least amount of chance that it will be out of whack. If it's out of whack on A to B, it's probably going to be out of whack on C to D. And that's why you want to memorize these patterns, criteria, so you can be cognizant of that. Where copper right now is up 6.2%. W. Kang, or WM Kang Clifford. Thank you for the 1414 repeating, of course. What a zoomer. Who? FYX, man? Anyone want to hear what fingernails over a chalkboard sounds like? Right now.
3 bills. The first bill is $8.3 billion for research and this or that. Test. The next bill addressing many...
Yeah, that's it, dude. If you want to hear what as close to communism that this country's ever seen, that is the face of it right there. FYX, glad you sold. Hey, man, close in reverse. Why didn't you buy? Right? Turnaround Tuesday is still real life, man. It's still. So the Q's on the daily without the all the other stuff. I mean, like, you just gapped up, and I do think that this gap will fill. You will see 170 again. So I mean, it's like close in reverse, right? You go from your longs back to your shorts. Perfect opportunity. I mean, because there's just no reason for it to stay up and to never fill. Dude, it's not like a breakaway gap, right? No, it's not. It's truly not. Go with the quad screen. So look, like all the green, you're actually still above where you opened, but for how long, man? That's the question, dude. So you really got to think maybe a gap up today might have been a little bit of technical stuff, right? Just looking at how we bounced off critical support pretty much twice yesterday on the S&P. You didn't really touch it, and that's kind of a good thing, though. The fact that, like, you gotta like this price action, man, where you went and you touched it like the Jesus. This has been plotted for like, a week. And then right here, where you went down, and the fact that you didn't back test it again is a good thing, because that's like a deep retrace. You almost touched it, but there were too much demand, so you never got down there. And so you had a big rally going into close. And if you understand like how these markets have been playing the past 2-3 weeks, every single Tuesday has been something weird like this, where it's kind of been up. So you gotta dig that a little bit, man. Q selling off, S&P selling off, Dow Jones selling off a little bit, even gold's going red. You notice how, And Bitcoin is okay on the 4 hour, 6,700, man. Bitcoin's been doing very well, but I do fear now that we're gonna be seeing some bearish divergence. Yeah, definitely gonna be seeing some bearish divergence on Bitcoin soon. And do we even want to talk about that? No one talks about Bitcoin in the morning. Sacrilege. Sorry, I'm zoomed in too much. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with being zoomed in. Let me, the 1414, you see that Dow Jones, very good. Let me draw a channel like I have on the S&P. It's beautiful. I did it, see here on the Dow Jones, you have not broken out. Of your channel, man. Dude, this freaking anchor point, it's annoying. All right, there. So look at the Dow Jones, man. Perfect. Look at that respect. You are not out. You've not broken out anything. And for the S&P, make sure I'm not crazy here. You're good. I mean, you actually, S&P is different than the Dow Jones right now. One broke out and one hasn't. You know why, right? They both had the same percentage gap up, but look where the Dow Jones was inside of its respective channel. It hit the heart line. It bounced off the heart line and gapped up. Look where the S&P was in its channel. It did not bounce off the heart line. It bounced off horizontal line support and the upper part of the downtrend. So there you go, man. Wow, beautiful, beautiful stuff. These gains might be short-lived. Oh, I think they will. I think these gains will be short-lived. I mean, you don't just gap up like that and stay out. I mean, like it would be kind of weird to just gap up and to not eventually in the next few days fill this gap on all the indices, man. Remember, like hedge funds have certainly changed their whole plan. Algos changed everything. They're not like long-term investors now. They're just more short-term day trading. Like that's how, hence the volatility is so condensed intraday. And until volatility subsides, how can they, that's how a lot of times like part of their system, volatility. And if the volatility is so high every day, I mean, they're not going to be adjusting things. They're not going to be changing their strategy, which is mainly just day trading now. Because recession is real. 2362 S&P 500, 19,782 on the Dow Jones. Gold 1,600, but it was just up at 1,620 something, man. Like, was it? No, 1,613. Not bad. So that's definitely a big pullback, though. And then NASDAQ 7,200, Bitcoin 6,713. Hitting that 6,800 again for the second time. Remember, the first time we hit it, March 20th, it was just major rejection. The second time, hey, not bad. Positive momentum still building on Bitcoin. Bigger one now. Come in. Chad, are you awake right now? These are insane times. I mean, this is like, this is my 12th stream in a row of coverage for these mornings, for the morning opens. Since Black Monday 2.0. I've been here. So very happy to be able to do that. Good Lord. So not much change since open, except the small rally we got. Maybe you climb again, but just not much volatility since open. Of course, when you gap up, obviously that's volatility. Just gotta wonder where it's gonna go, though, right? To an asset that has been pretty much devastated. And yes, it is a precious metal, silver. But it's having a wonderful day, up 5.48% like the rest at very critical areas now. I mean, it's trying to break critical areas, actually. Right, silver got all the way down to lows back from April of 2009. Before having a crazy, rally. I mean, it started with a morning star, and even Probes was like, "Oh, 3 white soldiers." Is like, yeah, kind of. But the morning star was how it started. That was the reversal. But in the end, we just compromised and we called it 3 white morning star soldiers. So it's a special type of, Japanese candlestick converged. It's a hybrid, dude. It all played out, but Volkowski specifically talks about 3 white soldiers and downtrends. They normally will play out, but they normally they act as the reversal. So you get your common retraces, you get 50%, and then you just dump again. Like that's what happened. This is what's happening on gold. This is what's happening on Bitcoin, silver, copper, where they've had their major dumps. They're now attempting their rallies. They're resetting their oscillators, right? Where you had a huge amount of negative Momo. You might still keep on rallying. And then you sell off once more. You need to make a higher low, a double bottom, or a lower low, God forbid. And we would show seller exhaustion at that point. That's on the daily, the most significant time scale. And by the time we get to our higher levels, you go to the 4 hour and you can see buyer exhaustion. And that's what helps usher in the sell off to make that double bottom or lower low. Bob H, not weird at all, man. Yeah, people just gonna buy everything. Everything gonna get pumped. Unlimited liquidity, unlimited QE. Eventually, seems like every market's gonna get a little bit of that sweet free money, dude. Helicopter money. God. Sounds like the 3 wise men following the star. Oh, not bad. Jurgen Probes, if he's out there, did you hear that? So we're getting biblical with our Japanese candlestick patterns. Let's go. Three wise soldiers. Let's go. 3 wise soldiers. Yes. This was Zachery. James Miller. Thank you, man. Dead letter opener. Hi. Stay Home Kings is here. FYX, where you at, man? MK. How's LA, dudes? Still on lockdown. 2376. S&P 19,903 on the Dow Jones. On the brink, on the cusp of a breakout, but you're just right at that supply line, it seems. NASDAQ 7238, gold 1601, Bitcoin 6727, and Pelosi's still talking.
Elections, so that there can be more absentee ballots and vote by mail and the rest of that. Not forever.
Gross. So will we rise? Well, we already have risen, but it's a gap up, and that's kind of ugh. Because if you know how gaps work, man, they normally just always, you know what they do. They always fill, for the most part. You're from Croatia, Crypto Super Ninja. Oh my god, dude. Will you go to King's Landing for me? Take a selfie and then post it in the Discord? That'd be great. Thanks. Goodness, man. Dead letter opener, you're drunk as a skunk. You must be in Straya. Because it's the only place it's, at this, you know, it's the only place where it's, appropriate of time. If you play Pelosi, you get unshadow banned. I think I'm unshadow banned. A lot of people were giving me feedback yesterday during the day stream that it was better or was okay. I don't know. Am I still shadow banned to some of y'all, or am I okay now? Let me know. Check out frankincense, myrrh, and gold. Gareth, let's go. More biblical puns. Excellent. We got another Croatian. Tijo, what's up, dude? 002. You part of James Bond? So we can, I guess, look at individual assets like Apple. Been following this. Look at this. Look at the hammer yesterday. This is what I'm talking about, man. Big old bullish hammers. I mean, fibs are garbo, dude. Well, you know what, man? Do you see this golden retrace? Anyone at all see the golden retrace? The 618. You hit the 618 like the Jesus. Pretty much confluent with the support looking left. And what happened at the golden retrace? You formed a bullish hammer pattern. And from the bullish hammer, it manifested into a gap up, being up 5.36%. That's not bad, dude.
We are here just watching and waiting.
What's up, Anon? Thanks for the 690. It feels so good contribution. Thank you, dude. Verge. Pornhub. So where have you gapped up on Apple? You gapped up above an October 2018 high. That's a big deal. Stay above that. Don't fill the gap. Just back tested that support and then run again. Let this be the bottom. It was Bitcoin's bottom multiple times. The 618. I don't know, man. I just like it fails to. I don't know. I just can't. I don't. You can't get used to it. You think you would get used to. Oh yeah, it hit the 618 perfectly and bounced. Of course. I mean, think about it. Since it hit that fib node from the bottom yesterday to where it is now, it's up 11.39%. Wow. That's good enough. That's good enough for anything, man. For a day trader, it could be the beginning for a swing trader, but you know, look, the bottom of the golden zone. Gorgeous. We could see much lower prices, of course, in time. But, you know, the fib node's purpose is to show a potential reversal area. And since the 618 is the golden retrace, why is it the golden retrace? Well, it is the reciprocal of the 1.618, the golden mean ratio. That is why. So that's why it's so special. It's more special. 50% retrace isn't even technically a real Fibonacci. It's just part of the Dow's theory. The 50% is where you commonly retrace before reversing.
Is that a joint?
I feel so good.
Hey, Spencer, man. Thanks for the 420. Much love, dude. Yeah, dude. It does feel so good to see a little green after so much blood. But, again, man, it's not really what you were looking for. I mean, you just kind of got to be like, All right, this gap's going to fill eventually. So, that's what's kind of weird about it. And memento. Still shadow banned. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm screwed, chat. There you go, giving back your gains. But that's okay. All right, up and down, up and down. You haven't, it's weird. You haven't gone, I guess on the S&P, you haven't gone lower than your open, really, right? So I guess we can go to like another king. This is the real king. Savior of humanity. Pretty much like a superhero. That's Amazon. Gorgeous, dude. Gorgeous. I mean, you hit this 1670 area, strong base. Fell below it on one day of insanity. And since then, man, just amazing rally. It's in a way, it's Ving, right? You got the V going on. So, yeah, you opened 1951. Now you're at 1926. Why? You're working on filling a gap. 1903. Could happen today. But in time, you know, you could see like there is, you know, resistance right here. This peak. You didn't quite touch. You probably would touch it in time. And after that, I mean, the top of the range, which is 2030 to 2050. So, you know, nice positive momentum. Not really, oscillators not really showing anything. You never even got oversold. I mean, think about in all this, one of the worst stock crashes in history. Certainly the fastest 30% drawdown in history. Amazon never even got oversold. That's gorgeous. That's so strong, man. Up 1.6% today. I don't care what percent it's up today. It's just outperformance. It's amazing. And that's why the Qs are awesome. Far better than just the S&P collectively. Because just the exposure the S&P has or the NASDAQ has holistically to other sectors that are frankly screwed and might disappear completely in time. I don't know about trying to go short on Amazon. Why go short on an overperformer? Right? Why not try to find an energy asset or a banking asset? The two worst performers of this crash. Look for something in that sector versus Amazon, which is like, they're gonna have good numbers when earnings come out. They aren't really shut down. They're hiring more people than ever to help with this situation that's going on around the world, this crisis. I mean, it's just not, I mean, sure, you can try to go short on Amazon, but why? Because it's like your gains are going to be so weak compared to when, like, say, and the only reason Amazon's going to go down is because the collective market goes down, not because Amazon sucks. So why not, you know, oh, how about Occidental Petroleum or something? You know, those have been beaten down, but I'm telling you, you could find better asset classes or just better assets in general to look to fade. YouTube stock? You talking about Google?
Veach ain't doing things.
Ooh, dang.
Bruh.
Fish had $8.50 to $25. Made bank on gold calls and VIX puts. Thanks for everything you do. You are changing so many people's lives and you don't even know it.
Fishhead, man. Thanks to 25. Wow. Well, that didn't go how I thought it would go. Anyone out there? Thank you, dude, so much for the 25. I really, really appreciate it, man. It means so much. It really does. Sorry, I'm in shock right now. I don't know what to do. Oh, nice. Alright. So, closed out some calls. So, funding secured no matter what happens now. Now not leveraged. Q gang. QQQ. So it rallies, still benefiting. SPY and Bitcoin about to pump, FYX. Yeah, I mean, look, dude, you could continue up. That's fine. I fear the gap fill, and that's like why I'm not leveraged, but certainly happy with a pump because my retirement, right? And me adding to the queues a few days ago, where the queues a few days ago is up. Like, even though it went down and up and down and up, it's up way more. And that's what I liked about it. It just hit this base. And it was showing all this seller exhaustion on the 4-hour and the RSI on the daily, along with the S&P and the Dow Jones. But the Qs are not exposed to the scrub sectors that are getting wrecked. So, I don't know what to do about chug pump. Coffee chug. Oh my god, dude. Is that how it works? Joey, man. My god.
Bruh.
Oh my god,
Bruh.
dude.
0.10 BAC before 10 a.m.
Okay, so that's 50 minutes. 50. 0.10 though. Dang, dude. I've never chugged a beer this early in my life, I don't think. Maybe college football season. But see, at this point, I'm probably in the morning college football. You know, when I was like in college, I'm thinking like I was too hungover this early to be drinking. Now just wait till the afternoon. So this might be. Prods, if you get me, man, you get me. We'll do it. But try it though, dude. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you can hit me too, dude, we'll do it. I'll just bring out whiskey, you know, make it easier on myself. Whiskey shot too. So never too early. Yeah, it says the alcoholic, right? I think that's the. Now we good, man. So 1901 Dow Jones. Oops. S&P 2366, gold 1608, Nasdaq 7227, Bitcoin 6725. We're all over the markets, man. Amazon 1931. Oh my god, isn't that eerie, chat? Amazon's it was like later, you know, like a little bit later. Hair of the Pog. Oh my god. Well, fortunately, I mean, I didn't drink anything yesterday, so. And then chugged one beer, or a little bit, kind of one beer 2 days ago, and that was for Jaw, tipping 100, and someone else tipping right after that, like 25. I don't know, it was just, oh yeah, it was Mr. Schaffer. It was like they needed it, man. 10 a.m. for James Miller. So I could beat him. I could beat James Miller. So we could, if you want, we can look at sectors. All right, like look at the consumer discretionary pumped today, up 6.31%. Almost got to that 1272 extension from your low to high, but didn't, man. And so look, I mean, you were just diverging. Like you're kind of diverging on like everything, you know, like where you're just clearly making higher levels of relative strength. Come on, probes. If it happens, it happens. But not with that effort. Certainly not with that effort. Because it's just going to be like, oh, I'll chug a beer, and then that'll be it. And it'll be like, okay, it's done. Easy. There you go, job, man. We're doing it, dude. So I'm happy with today, with the price action, with the futures surging, closing reversed yesterday at near close.
Bruh.
So, we're not all drinking?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, again, is it considered drinking if you just chug a beer and then that's it? I mean, is that drinking? That's just kind of like doing duty. DZM, how are you doing this morning? Hope you slept well. I had a pretty freaking good sleep last night. It was very well. And yeah, it was a great day yesterday. Just, multiple streams. Man, I'll tell you, those afternoon streams are hitting me kind of hard. Like, because it's like, I'm doing these morning streams, and then I'm up all day, and then I'm like exercising throughout the day, and then it's like by the time 6 p.m. Eastern rolls around, I'm kind of just like concentration levels, energy is just kind of sapped. And so it's just tougher for me to extend those afternoon streams, right? And it sucks because, like, if I'd have stayed, I don't know, on a little bit longer, maybe I would have, Bitcoin was in the midst of kind of pumping in between my streams. Yeah, hotels are screwed, dude. Certainly screwed. So consumer discretionary is up. And very nice, man.
Bruh.
Snap, dudes. Yeah.
Santa Probes tip $25. Wanna peek at Snap? Bullish cipher from December 26, 2018 lows. Hit point 236, maybe pull back and then reverse H&S. Also, chug.
Well, you're rallying, right, Probes? Man, and like one more day like this, and you'll be there. You'll be the 382, and a reversal at that point is fine. Yeah, and remember we talked about this in Patreon night, and you went long. The Probes is long right now unless he changes position or something. Did you say that? Did I dox you? Yeah, I doxed you. But we talked about it, dude. You said it in live chat that you went long down here, so it's like public. But I don't know how far you're going to retrace. I mean, you think, dude, if the market crashes tomorrow or something, it's screwed. But you think reasonably, there's a gap right there, 1297. So what if you go there, fill it, and then dump? And then we eventually get divergence at an 886 or something. But it's just like critical thinking here. That's all you can really do in this situation because you didn't really have, maybe the 4 hour helped you. The 4 hour gave you your conclusion, it looks like, right? Taking entries.
Bruh.
Then can you also take a look at Uranus? Pog.
Uranus? Of course TTS would pronounce it Uranus. What is it, Sailor Moon, dude? Thank you so much for the 33 repeating, of course. The attempt on my life. Valiant efforts. Yeah, I don't know how we can look at planets. Oh, yeah, we can. Hold on. What am I talking about, dude? Of course we look at planets. Okay, here is Uranus. This is what it looks like without any kind of discoloration. Wow, nice planet, Probes. Out of all planets, you picked this one. This is the most plain scrub planet ever. Great, dude. Yeah, Uranus also does have rings. Right, but they're north and south, right? It's like north to south, where Saturn's is kind of like, east to west, but it's kind of tilted. But hey, if you're talking about space, everything's subjective, right? Because hey man, for me, it's not east to west because I could be somewhere else in space looking at it, and for me, it's west to east or north to south, whatever, right? So, yeah, Uranus, dude. We want to do a little bit of I'm going to throw in some facts about Uranus. Okay, Uranus was officially discovered by Sir William Herschel in 1781. Uranus turns on its axis once every 17 hours and 14 minutes. Uranus makes one trip around the sun every 84 years. Super slow probes. Uranus is often referred to as an ice giant planet, even though it is all gas. Except for maybe its core, which is theoretically solid, I think. Uranus hits the coldest temperatures of any planet in our solar system.
Bruh.
That's cold, man. There you go. So now maybe we've learned a little bit more about Uranus. Thank you. So probes, right? Is that reasonable? I mean, hey, it's in between the 382, the 50% common retrace area. Maybe it reverses there, the downside. But yeah, Cypher Connect up 2% on the day. Here we go, chat. Here we go. We're climbing. Pumping, incoming, FYX. He was saying, oh, we're going to pump, man. So the market's like, fine, let's pump helicopter money. QQQ gang in the house. But how high will we go? And really, Dow Jones got to be like, I'm kind of a little weirded out here. You're just at a supply line and no higher. Maybe we could break it. What did you do? This huge candle up, run up to 21,500. Let's just do it. Record breaking day. How nuts would that be?
Bruh.
Standard probes tipped $25. Funny. M says Uranus is full of gas too.
Yeah, Uranus is definitely full of gas. Dude, I just noticed, I guess my shirt is a Uranus hue. A hue of Uranus. Or something. Look, the cipher color, I'm matching. We're both matching the hue of Uranus. It's beautiful. Tell him I say hi, but maybe I'm on speaker or something. I don't know. Anyway. We're about to eclipse 20K again. I mean, we're 60 points away. Would be amazing to hit 20K today. It feels so good after just so many beatdowns every day. Bitcoin, I mean, like Bitcoin has been having its rides after market close. It's been shining when Asia's been, like Asia's morning sessions kind of right when Bitcoin's been moving up a little bit. I don't know, because it's also like in their morning session and afternoon session, you think, right? And then once the stock market opens, it really doesn't go insane, right? And gold was pumping too during the heat of it, the Asian session. So here we go, 19,967 and climbing, 2381 and climbing on the S&P. Let's go. NASDAQ pumping. That's right, Bradford. Nothing you can do about it. Can't tear us down, dude. Can't tear down our Uranus jokes. The Qs, grain, $180.74. Very good. So first target, top of the range really, is going to be 183.32. We could see that today if the S&P and Dow don't dump. Could certainly see that. That's 236. You see where over and over and over we keep failing to break it. Like, look, it was support once. Resistance, kind of like, and that's just where it could go if the bottom doesn't fall out and we go to fill the gap, which does seem likely. In time we will fill this gap. I mean, it's great, man, but it's not a breakaway gap. Look at the volume. Of course you got all day, but breakaway gaps have signature high volume. This doesn't have high volume.
Bruh.
Standard probes tipped $25. Let's make fun of Fix for not following the plan. Said by Roku calls when it was $60. He bought $292.50 May 1st calls. Sold them 2 days later for minimal tendies.
Ooh.
Now $100. So many missed tendies. Stick to the plan.
Oops. Let me go to the big screen and pull up Roku. All right, everyone make fun right now of FYX in the chat. Thank you so much. If you don't make fun of them, you're not our friends. What a pump, dude. What a freaking pump. Unreal. Alright, so I haven't really looked at this in a while. You know, I mean, look at the daily here. Oh my god, what? When did we do this? Holy crap. Dude, oh my god. Wow, the 786, dude. Wow. How long have we had this? I mean, we're adjusted. It was a hypothetical. It was all hypothetical, even up here when we plotted this, right? Now, the thing is about this 52% retrace lower high. So it is supposed to be an 886. What caused me to have it at the 786 and not the 886? I'm not sure. Was it support down here or something? Yeah, peaks and valleys. Look at that. Look at that, man. Gorgeous. So just the Fibonacci, just go down here now. From the high to low, you're now about to, dude, you haven't even hit 382 yet. That's what's insane about this, how much selling there was. You're approaching the first common retrace area. My god, Nvidia's up 14%. Let's go. 103.25 to 131.31. That's like your common retrace area before a major reversal to the downside again. So this is climbing like the Jesus man. No divergence. See, that's the thing. It's like where you think you'd sell off again, make a higher low, maybe even a double bottom, and we get nice divergence. But good news. Get your fire sticks or whatever. Plug them in. FYX is reading in the chat. Get domed. Gorgeous. 181 on the Qs. SPX session highs 2387.70 and climbing. Dow Jones, let's go, chat. Let's go.
Bruh.
I mean, it's really like,
And then, just like that,
we was over 20,000 on the Dow Jones again, man. 20,024, highest high of the day. 2388, let's go. Look at gold now. Gold's starting to reverse. If you notice, if you remember yesterday, the correlation, gold was inverse correlating the stock market. Same thing's going on. Right, it's now inverse correlating stock market again. 2389.60. You are continuing to pump the Qs 180.120.
Adios, turd nuggets.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Again, the target really, you'd think if we're going to keep climbing for the Qs is going to be 183.32, the 236, right? From your highest point to your lowest point. Why did you adjust that now? Because we have a new wick, barely. So if you adjust, you are about to touch the 236. Wow. So that's a potential reversal area, but let's see real quick, man. How are you doing on S&P? All right, you're high. To your low. Man, the 236 on the S&P is 2477. Notice the outperformance where the S&Ps or the Qs are already at. It's already at its respective 236 from the high to low, and now the S&P is so far away. I mean, you're gonna have to go up almost another 100 points to reach that 236. That's crazy, dude. Same thing with the Dow. 20,053. Mega short squeeze. Yeah, imagine not closing or reversing after seeing price action correlation to trend lines like this with that divergence. Dude, that's too good. That's too good of looking stuff. Right there.
Bruh.
In Fix's defense, He has actually started to show signs of huge growth. He has officially graduated from the Center for Kids Who Can't Trade Good. So proud. Please clap.
Congratulations, FYX, for graduating from the Center for Kids Who Can't Trade Good, but can do other things good too, man. Fantastic.
Bruh.
Yes, also.
Please clap.
Good stuff, XYX. You're growing, man. You're getting there. Yeah, we're watching him. Close positions. Smartly. Will we still enjoy giving him a hard time? 2393 on the S&P and climbing. Let's go. 20,062 on the Dow Jones. 66. 68. 74. We're pumping, chat. What a nice morning. Isn't it a good change up when things are not bloody? Well, what is gold doing? Gold being volatile as F right now. NASDAQ just cracked 7,300 the first time in a couple days. I mean, really, it's just kind of been stuck here, you know. So, back to 1602 in gold. Bitcoin 6752, just hanging around at 4% on the day. Still just, I guess, ruminating and contemplating, shall I break 6,800? Because if Bitcoin breaks 6,800, chat, there's always the possibility you run to the next available resistance that's major, which is 7,400. At that point, you're not too far off where the crash was, right? Where it started, kind of. Day letter opener hopes to be like FYX one day. $23.99. Here we go. Are we gonna see 2477 today, chat? Is this the day where it's like Dow Jones up $1,000, $3,000, largest jump ever? It's up 1,500 right now. Pump it, dude. Well, I've got to post this, man. Sorry. Yeah, Green Day. That's right. That's right, dude. It's gorgeous. Look, we touched it. You touched it like the Jesus man. Congratulations, Keys, for hitting your first fib node. The most shallow fib node, and not the common reversal area, but it can happen. But you think in time, if it's actually to play out, which I don't know, because it's, again, unprecedented macro, unprecedented crisis on our hands that could easily negatively affect our market, and it could be worse if our government can't get it together and come to a compromise. Hey, Grubman.
USA. Some vindication today.
That's right. USA, we will survive. Can you believe people talking in Discord yesterday? What were they saying, dude? What is it? China's going to be number one now? It's like, no, only cucks think like that. No, America will be number one long after we're gone. Don't forget it. China's paper economy. We're real, okay? We're just more transparent. They just hide everything. They hide all their problems. Everyone in the world, they can see all our problems. So, yeah, go figure. They try to take advantage of that. Screw them. America all the way. So still barely above 20,000 on the Dow Jones. 2388 on the S&P. Gold just kind of volatile, man. From its lowest point, it was 1577. 1615. What a freaking candle. Right above that 200 moving average. I don't know, Bitcoin's lagging behind, dude. It's fine, dude. It's doing its own thing. Dude, probes, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, like, let the levee break if it does, but I'm sorry. It seems like you're getting Vet Moonboy type look right now. I'm sorry. That's right. Iron curtains fall, but the shadow still remains. Just because the Chinese government puts on suits doesn't mean they're any less of members of their own freaking mafia that hate everything that the West is and they try and they spend trillions of dollars on undermining the West, Western culture and freedom, and they want to replace it one day. That's their end game, dude. I mean, how do you not know this? They've got their own inverse Bill of Rights, if you didn't know. Yeah. They're like, what makes America so powerful? What makes them so good? Like, fundamentally. Oh, they have a Bill of Rights. Well, we have our own inverse Bill of Rights. So there's no way anyone could ever gain power. Like, that's China. China's government. You don't believe me? Look it up. Don't really care. Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Sukkablayat! Oh yeah. Might as well be the cues here. Something's going on. We didn't have to delete that comment, man.
Santa Probes tip $25. I'll have a liter of cola. Hold the spit on that burger. It's for a cop.
What is it? Gosh dang bird kids! Anybody want cream? Okay, no cream. I love that. That's my go-to when no one, if someone doesn't respond to what I say, I'll just post that GIF. So yeah, thank you, Santa Probst, for the 25. I don't know, what is it? What is the U.S. dollar now? The fact that we, you know, whatever is happening to our monetary system, like, is it just monopoly money now? It's like the most. It's good monopoly money, though, right? Real good monopoly money. So this could be descending broadening wedge stuff too if you anchor from the top, but you could also plot it like a channel, you know, where it's kind of breaking out like the S&P.
What's the SPY top? 250 to 270?
Dude, I don't know. In these market conditions, man, if we're talking about high to low Fibonacci, you're looking for 236. That's 2470. I think you just said that. You said 250 to 270. So yeah, 236 is so for the SPY it'd be $247. That's and look, man, that's the, remember the old supply line from 2009. Thank you, pros, man. Well, like, yeah, dude, I mean, you gapped up above what? A very critical support. I mean, you are above December 2018 lows. That's fantastic, man. We were just at multi-year lows, and now we're back, man. Just like that. But I don't know how long it sustains. I don't know, like, how long it will last. But, hey, the divergence has been there on the S&P. You know that all the whole way down, man. You hit that support perfectly. I mean, it was so good. And then on the second part of the day, you failed to touch it, which is good. That's like somewhat of accumulation.
Bruh.
Burger punks.
Santa Probes tip
My kids.
$25. Damn burger punks. Hey Farva, what's that restaurant with the jalapeno poppers you like so much?
Shenanigans. Don't make me pistol whip you, okay? Thanks, Santa Probst. If I pistol whip Santa Probst, do I get a lump of coal, or do I get a... What do Russians get if they've been a bad boy? I don't know, dude. We're getting too deep into memeceptions. Intertwining. It's like complex. I don't know. You know, in college, you've got like 101, 201, 410, 500. We're definitely in the 500s for class levels. S&P 2389. Up almost 7% today. Let's go. Hey, dude, if we get a deal, if the Dems and the Republicans can reach some sort of deal today, maybe we could have a Bungaloo Part 2 in the afternoon. where we don't just give back all our gains and then fill a gap. And then, maybe we just keep going. Will be wonderful. A mustache ride? That's right. I don't know, man. I mean, that's a cop thing. I'm just, I don't know. I've never had a mustache before. I mean, I've had a mustache, but it's not a mustache because it's like with a beard. Right? So you'd have to like Photoshop my beard and then just have the, you know, you get it. Would require some serious graphical art talent, I guess. Back below 20K on the Dow Jones, 2385 on the S&P, Nasdaq 7268. Gold's trying to find itself at a 200 moving average. This is a 618 territory, so this is a potential reversal for sure. One thing we didn't do was back test this double bottom, neckline when we broke it. So always in the cards, gold comes back down to 1553 to test it, to fail, or to test it to run again. All right, that is real life.
Bruh.
Santa probes tip $25. You get to go to winter band camp in Siberia. If the American pilot flew up Uranus, it's so cold.
Oh my god, one time at Russian band camp, we, I don't know, dude. Do we have stories? Does anyone have any stories about Russian band camp? If it's American pie, then it's Russian whiskey. So they stuck their, in a whiskey, no, Russian vodka. So they stuck their, in a Russian vodka bottle. Is that how it works, Probst? Thanks, dude. And just because of that joke, we're somehow back over 20,000 on the Dow Jones. All right, so the rally doesn't look like it's over yet. Looking, strong right now, man. We're doing things. We really are. Energy is also climbing too. I mean, everything, man. All right, these indices drive the market. And when they climb, most other sectors climb with it. Put radiation in your hoo-ha. Oh my god, dude. This ain't right. There are children watching. Dow will close red today, Todd Bazaar. Hey, man, it's possible. Dude, we're talking about a gap that's meh. I mean, that gap is so meh. So, yeah. That's why I feel like, hey, it's great. It's awesome, right? But you could rally much higher before selling off, and it could take a few days for the gap to fill. That's also real. Because, like, what if you get follow through with the deal getting signed for the American people, and you get another green day tomorrow, you hit the 236, maybe even come up to 2566. What's that, man? 2566. That's like support, major support resistance. If you break above this and hold above it, that kind of is the next target. I mean, there are these minor peaks, 2460, 2500, but man, those are the big ones up there. So just thinking, man. I think it really has to do. I mean, like this market recovery, I think we're going to be in a recession 100% no matter what. But the length of the recession has everything to do with the government response to the crisis. What about Bitcoin? 67.28. I mean, we really haven't looked at it much today because, Bitcoin's always open, dude. Stock market's not always open, and stock market's doing awesome things today, fantastic things. So it's hit 6,800 again and failed, but not rejected like it was on March 20th. Positive Momo is great. Weekly, even if we sell off again, the weekly setting up for bullish divergence, if you can even believe it, man. But what I get a little concerned about is the 4 hour, which isn't the most significant time scale, but this is what we're talking about, where you've hit a high, and now we're hitting about the exact same high, a slightly higher high, much lower levels of positive momentum on the same high. Though we know, though, it's at its highest level and could keep climbing. Prices could keep pumping. We break 6,800 and it goes even higher. But even above 6,800, if we can do it, you're eventually probably going to get bearish divergence. And since the trend right now, all you got to do is look at the daily. Since you know the trend is bearish for now, it would be quite prudent and appropriate for a short opportunity, either where we are now or at 7,200 to 7,400, right? Yeah, that's, I mean, look, even the RSI, if you don't go any higher now, oh boy, if you get it on both oscillators, look out, big sell-off incoming. I mean, so you're kind of in this point where the positive momentum isn't waning quite yet, so we're not maturing yet, but at any moment, right, we get some more weakness, we keep the weakness up, you keep going sideways at these levels, and that positive momentum starts waning. I mean, there might be a good shorting opportunity at freaking 6,800 or where we are now. So you just need a little bit more data, but we're almost there. I mean, you can see it, right? That the buyers are getting a little exhausted here. Bueller, anyone? Just like sellers were exhausted here. Sellers were exhausted. And now buyers might be exhausted. You get it?
Bruh.
I'd like to thank MK and his friends at the PPT for literally buying the bond ETF LQD that we looked at Thursday night. Kings.
Yeah, LQD, man. Hey, I was listening to CNBC and they brought that up. I'm like, LQD, we looked at that, right? QD Connect. Corporate bonds, yeah, it crashed. Yeah, dude, yeah. What a stupid rally that's going on. Oh my God, right? Like 2 days now. You're 117.95, and then March 19th, you were at a nadir level of 104.99. What a rally. Thanks, central banks. You make all our problems go away. For now. Until everything collapses again. Until the new problem emerges. So, look how close you were at like this range you were in. Alright, you almost hit the measure move. And then look up here at the 1618. Oh my God, a beautiful, beautiful bearish butterfly. And it all came crashing down. But now it's crashing up. 118 bucks and climbing. So what kind of retrace are we at? This is one of those. It's XA, AB, B to C's coming at some point, right? Because you're gonna be at it soon. High to low. 50% retrace, dead cat bounce stuff, 1954. Let's see how high it can go, right? I mean, if it really just keeps blasting off, I mean, 123.20. But there's just so many resistances it could hit, you know, like on the way up and fail. So you said it was the Fed, right? PPT, whatever. Yeah, government or central banks. Or both, whatever. Thank you, dude, for the 33. I don't know what to tell you, man. Dude, you know they're real. Someone hit it at the beginning, right? The fish head hit it. So are you going to be one of those conspiracy theorists like Vet Moonboy that thinks the 33 is rigged? Because it's 8%. And someone says it's better, the 25 and 6 is better than the 33 and 8. I don't know. Do I think it's possible? 4K again for Bitcoin? Yeah, it's possible. I mean, we are literally on Bitcoin just having a kind of an automatic rally after a crash. And the rally, hate to say, is pretty methodical. This is a pretty methodical move up. Methodical moves up aren't what you want to see after crashes. That's like bearish consolidation. Mine's checking out Tesla. FX? I don't care. But you know what, man? With all that being said, I would love nothing more than TA to just be completely disrespected on Bitcoin because of what they're doing to our monetary system right now. Just unlimited quantitative easing. That's just, chickens are going to come home to roost on that one day. And we're going to, dude, you don't realize like inflation's already happening. Inflation is happening not the way you think. What's happening to companies that are shutting down everywhere? The ones that are remaining open, like Costco and Walmart, the ones that have to be open for people to shop and stuff, right? Their costs are going up. Things are becoming more scarce. So what are they doing to try to make up for all the losses on the stock market, right? So everyone that's investing in all these assets, if they're paying dividends and people are living off those dividends, now their dividends are cut in half or cut in a third or however much they've lost, how much value has been lost on the equity price. So now stores, to make up for these losses, are starting to, instead of you're doing these 2-for-1 deals, these like Walmart amazing deals, whatever, they're going away. And so it's like, now you can't do that. That is a form of inflation. Certainly. So it's already started. Cost of goods, everything's going to go up in price. You'll see. So Tesla pumping 14%. Beta, low beta connect. Where is it at? It touched the 4-hour 200 moving average like the Jesus man. Hey, if you couldn't believe it, man, a 786 doji morning star right here. And look at this rally since the morning star. Dude, a 78% retrace, man. Look, it's so hilarious. It's so crazy on Tesla, right? That it fell below a critical horizontal line support, which you think would hold. Nah, fell below it just to hit the 786 before reversing. Hey, in the rest of the afternoon to yourself, Rick Schmitz. Hello, boyo. Thanks for the threes. Fibs are garbo, man. Only a scrub would say that. Yeah, Tesla just seriously pumped. Now, I don't know about structures though. I don't know if there's anything right now. It's kind of what we can try to mess with it. GA was definitely respected. 3618. We'll never forget it, dude. Ever. I mean, technically, you could have called this falling three peaks, but I just called it a double top with just a lower high to kind of confirm it. I think that's where probes took puts, bought puts or something on the confirmation lower high. I don't know, man. You can look at it either way. Look, you could have easily done this, move the neckline. This is the confirmation line, and that was the breakout. I don't think you hit the measure move if that's the case. So it was good sticking with just the double top, the initial pattern. Yeah, I don't know how we would size this up in terms of structure. Just 1 and 2 here. So if that's the case, then you hadn't broken out anything. Look, the supply line, you got room to run. You could run all the 576 before hitting that supply line again. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a pattern. I don't really see much of a pattern here yet. We had one. It played out. And now it's like, need more data. You could try to argue descending broadening wedge 2 type stuff. I mean, if you draw a channel, it might work out. Let's try it. See, if you draw a channel, you like fell out of it. But nevertheless, this stays the same. So it was like you fell out of the channel, but there was no follow through. As soon as you fell out, you created this 1, 2, 3, right? The reversal, morning star reversal, and rallying. So it would seem like there's probably a supply line in the 500s, 576. Oh, maybe it just depends when you get there, man. Moving target, so 532, 540, whatever. Okay. Yeah, let's act like the whole coronavirus happened and then the trade war happened. Let's act like that wasn't orchestrated to hurt America. It's all a game, man. They're like, you're watching the world powers play games, like games of chess. Yeah, America definitely took a hit, but the whole world did, and they were okay with it. It's like crab in a bucket. All right, America's on top. Let's just pull them down to our level. Let's try everything we can to pull them down to our level. It'll work out. Dude, you got geniuses in China and Russia that thought this all out. Let's go to the quad screen. 2382 S&P, 19,963 in the Dow Jones, right? Downtrend, you're hitting the supply line, trying to break it, just hanging around like Teddy KGB. Pulling back on the NASDAQ, so surely going to be pulling back on the Qs. Final sell-off incoming. XRP. Oh my god, dude. All these XRP pun names. Too many, dude. Thanks for everyone watching this turnaround Tuesday morning. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bell, the sub. Thanks to 345 people here. Really appreciate it, man. Tenfold theories. Well, these tenfold theories, I mean, you can call them theories all you want, dude. But guess what? I mean, you don't think that an old world power and a current world power that have very similar ideologies, that their common enemy has been America, you don't think like they would work together and orchestrate stuff? I mean, like, it was perfect time. It was too perfect timing. So go ahead and think that it wasn't world powers playing chess. So energy and materials are the top gainers today. Look at this little double bottom you had on the XLE on the 4 hour. A low, the same low yesterday. And look at this gap up again. 2607, 10.65% up. Look at the divergence that was appearing on the 4 hours. Beautiful. Only on the RSI, not really the MACD at all. Now the daily might be another story. Yeah, you were just kind of diverging on the RSI too, but see, it's not over yet. The energy just was decimated, man. It looked so good too. I mean, like, it did. It really did. Coronavirus came out, dumped this thing, flagged, and then you had Black Monday, the first one that started all this crashing. So it had even broken out. It was looking good, and maybe in another world with this bad stuff happening, without it happening, maybe energy's up a little bit more or continuing to rally or something. Not the case. Now you went down and you touched very critical, strong support levels all the way back from 2002, 2003. So that was what you had, and you've held. You're holding above that. Very, very good. Erect energy. Please keep a screen on BTC. Dude, is the price not good enough? I mean, like, why do you have to look at the candle too? I have this up always. So if you just look, I mean, where would we, you could get, see, there's just so many peaks now where you could reverse, right? Like, look right there, 1999, and then you got a high like 34. These are all areas where it would hit, test it as resistance, and we sell off again. So you're kind of in no man's land right now anyway. So at least you know that the energy could, if it's gonna continue this, which it looks like it could, right? Because you're still trying to reset the oscillators before another dump the downsides. You could get into the green maybe. You keep climbing on up. Man, you could go up to $30 almost. Not much structure on these. It's really difficult because it's been like straight lines down, like selling every day incessantly. 2387 on the S&P. Not too far off session highs. Same with Dow Jones, 19,978, getting close to eclipsing 20K again. Gold's trying to hang in there right around 1,600. NASDAQ 7248. And of course, Bitcoin is pulling back 6640. Yes, I said it, 40. No, it sure as heck wouldn't be a bullish reversal on the 4 hour. It'd be a bearish reversal harmonic if you're talking about that. But I'm not worried about it. I'm seeing just bearish divergence in development on Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I mean, like, I don't think Russia is a superpower. They're an old superpower, but they got a long way to go, Emeritus. You know, they were only like their economy is only worth about $4.2 trillion, where the U.S. economy is worth $22+ trillion, dude. So, yeah, I remember, or I don't remember, but I remember reading about the Soviets trying to, and the Soviet sympathizers, communist sympathizers, trying to talk about, oh God, Russia's gonna be it, man. We're so screwed in the U.S. But it was like their economy was smaller than the size of California. When like real stats came out and refuted that so easily. So nah, dude, I wouldn't say Russia's a superpower or anything like that now. They used to be before the Soviet Union collapsed, but not anymore. And they are a long way off, but you can't say that they're still not trying to make moves for their own relevance, their own benefit. Sure. So go play it. Oh my God, I'm gonna get the bathroom sent. Dude, Probes, I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't even tell you, like, we almost have like a full jar. And there's only been one variation hit, and it was fish head. Fish head, dude. He got you. I think fish head's from Straya. I might be wrong, though. You think they shadow banned me again? Oh, might as well just quit streaming forever then. Might as well just wrap it up. Gold hit the 786 from the high to low. And gold, the ETF of gold. GLD is the ETF of gold. My God, it's gorgeous, dude. Oh my God, man, it's so nice. This is a good song, dude. This reminds me of the old days. This reminds me, dude, of like back when we were summer of last year when things were so good. The world economy was good, no coronavirus. It was hot outside, summer. Bitcoin was at quintuple digits. That was the norm. There was so much hype on crypto, hype in crypto, whatever. Things have changed so much, man. Yeah, GLD, man, something else. Kind of hard to wrap your head around, right? Where it was in this nice channel, then it broke out of it, up the rest of it, and fell back into it, and now it's like it dumped, and now it's pumped. I mean, like, look at this. Like, just hanging out in the middle of outer space. How often does it do that? Did exactly what GLD, or exactly what the XAU did. Hit this support. Bounced off of it. Beautiful. But yeah, man, this is definitely from a high to low, very deep retrace, much different looking than XAU. Or again, you know, we've got that up on the quad screen. XAU is not quite there yet. You know, GLD is pretty much where the measure move of the double bottom was, high to low. So this is tricky here, because you do know on this asset, man, that is an area where we could reverse the downside. Look, it is a 786 like the Jesus man, absolutely. But this would gap up again if the XAU continued to climb, which it may not, because we know we're at a golden retrace on the spot price of golds. So DZAM, you feel good entering markets? Man, I don't know about like, so look, it's different. It's different. I mean, like, you know, it's the mentality that you have. Are you an investor? Are you actually going to trade? Trading, we are definitely, as a trader, you're definitely at like good areas of value for short-term bounces. But if you're talking about being an investor in this market, I don't think we're ready. I think that we're going through a recession. The recession has just begun. And it will take 18 months probably minimum before we recover from it. The system's broken, dude. The system where when we were on our way up and we started selling off, central banks would come in and they would stop the volatility. And then we'd rally again, V-shaped recoveries over and over. And then, hey, we rally. Oh, we start selling off. Central banks come in. They stop that volatility. But then something happened. Just too much leverage pulled out of the market at the same time. And the Fed, you can clearly see how much money, unprecedented amounts of money they put into the market. And we've crashed. We're crashing. So the system that we had in place since 2008 that was working no longer works. The system's broken. So that's like we're having to do these things we've never done before in history to try to fix this problem, this broken system, and is yet to be seen if it's fixed yet. So with those market conditions, as an investor, it's still not a very good time to be long and strong, I guess you would say, which is like long-term long. But for traders though, definitely opportunities at low levels like this where we've lost, like, you know, Dow Jones lost like 37% of its value until today, and it's up, 7% or so. So, yes, right. So it's all about, like, it just depends who you are. If you're a trader, yeah, great opportunity. If you're not a trader, yeah, we're going to get moves up. We're going to get reflexive rallies. But if you think the bottom's in, like the real bottom of the entire recession, you're wrong. We're going to go lower prices than we were yesterday. In time, it might take us months, but that's just something you got to be cognizant of. Okay. Is chat dead? It really is dead. Dude, are you kidding me? 2 minutes since someone said anything? Really? What is this? I don't know, man. Been live for 1 hour and 40 minutes. Dead in the chat. Doing all I can, man. Oh, go ahead and queue up India's prime minister ordering a lockdown of 1.3 billion people for 21 days. Go ahead and queue up the Truman Show guy. That just happened. Thanks, Hops, for the announcement in Discord. Join the Discord. It's where you get, we pump news articles all the time before you even know about it. You're going to see something in general and be like, oh my God, that happened? Well, it was in the Mitch Ray TA Discord. I know you were listening. Everyone's trying to listen, right? I mean, but that's what static videos are for, right? I mean, I don't know. I just don't do that. I'm a streamer. So it's like I feed off of chat engagement. So But if I was like one of those crypto Kirby guys where I didn't show my face, I just did static videos, whatever. Okay, great. Then leave a comment after you're done lurking for the duration. But it's just different. It's different style. But nice on GLD. 786 perfectly. Yes. So off the highs of the day, 2374 on the S&P. Dow Jones unable to break the supply line, 19,863. Gold just still sitting at 1601. NASDAQ 7217 and falling near its session open. What's up, Bando? Good to see you, dude. Oh, I could see that. Somewhere 6 says enforcing a lockdown in India is essentially impossible. Yeah, dude. If people don't even have indoor plumbing in a lot of areas in India, they're sure as heck not even gonna probably even believe what coronavirus is, or IRL streamers are hurting. Dude, every streamer's hurting, dude. Come on. I mean, you'd think like maybe not on view count, but it's like if everyone's out of work, dude, it's like tipping a streamer is like an extreme luxury in life, so if like people are having to cut back on their luxuries or their the non-essential spending, everyone's gonna be affected negatively. So we could RCL, so I want to see Royal Caribbean up 26 effing percent today.
Hype the chat.
Hype the chat. What's up, DZAM? Thanks for the 10 on the day. Yeah, we're I mean, it's whatever. You don't have to hype in the chat. I'm just telling you, like, on my side, like how it is as a streamer, where you gotta have, it's gotta be both sides. It's not a static video. It's not a YouTube static video. It's okay to lurk for those. It's okay to lurk for the majority of the stream, So where did you go, DZAM, on RCL? You went to a confluence area. You went down to this low from September of 2011. But also from your low point to your highest point up here, 88% retrace. Touched it like the Jesus, man. What is the 88% retrace? Deep retrace. A very real potential reversal area. You certainly got it. You certainly got it. And now you're up since the bottom on RCL. Since that lowest point to the highest point, a swing of 102.43%. Unbelievable, dude. It's crazy. They're not even doing cruises right now. That's what's the crazy thing. So reflexive rallies, that's what we're talking about. It might be starting on RCL. If 102% swing isn't some sort of reflexive rally where people could get killed if they're short or buying puts, I don't know what is, man. I mean, that's like why it's such high risk to be like short where the S&P and Dow Jones is after it's lost. I mean, as of yesterday, before this rally, the Dow was down 37% from its highs in like 6-7 weeks, which again is history, the fastest drawdown ever. And will probably never happen again like that. We'll never see a 30%, 37% drawdown in the speed in which we did it this year. Ever, dude. I mean, people are going to write books on this. Movies will be created of this. You name it, man. That's right, DZAM. Thanks again. Can we go on a cruise ship out of this debacle? Probably no one, but people would buy RCL at an 88% retrace, it seems. If I saw it, all depends, man, on my risk to reward. Risk to reward.
I need cheese streams more than I need TP. Kings for life.
So little James, man.
Bruh.
Thanks for the 10, dude. Good to see you. Bitcoin dropping, yeah, wow, 65.50 after hitting the 6,800 for the second time of this methodical bearish consolidation, IMO. So sure, go back up there. But hey, you keep this up. You keep this type of price action up on Bitcoin. This is where bearish divergence will start to mature. And what we've been thinking all along will potentially come to fruition if it plays out. Hopefully I end up on one of those movies. Dude, I am a freaking nobody, dude. I'm just a guy that fell in love with charts in my early 20s, and it's become a hobby. Like, if you like blowing glass, or if you like playing guitar, if you like building computers, it was just, for me, it was just like looking at charts, reading it, and just continuing to further my education of what all this is. Okay, the psychology of buyers and sellers, the emotionalism of buyers and sellers. It's just my thing. It's just something I love. And it's weird because it shouldn't be like a fun hobby. And it's probably not to like 99% of people. For me, something's wrong with me where I just like it naturally. There's no like, it's just effortless for me to care about this stuff. I don't know. Where for other people, it'd be like, you know, a huge grind, a mental grind to try to take in all this information. Screw that, dude. I don't want to do that. Like, that's okay. TB Kings for life. That's right. Soul Nvidia. Let's check it out. It's up so much today. It was 15% like to Jesus, man. Tech, semis, semiconductors also pretty much been outperforming the major indices. And why? People want to play video games still, right? You can't play video games without consoles or without, and guess what? In those consoles, they also have graphic encoders. So Nvidia killing it, 244.95, but its lowest point was 181. Bruno, join the Discord, man. Join the Discord. Go to the Educational Resources tab, and you will say thank you after you go there. Just take heed what I say. Just do it, and then be like, thanks, man. After, if it's valuable to you and you benefit from it, then just be like, thanks, man, in the live chat. All right. But man, how in the, like, just so perfect, right? I mean, we've had these trend lines up because like you've been legging up. It's just showing how like the buyer demand picked up. So you broke through one of the legs, but then you went down on this one and you touched it literally like the Jesus man. Like that's like where algos and bots decided, hey, that's where our buy orders are going to be. And from there, I mean, the swing from the lowest point to where its highest point to this point, 37%. So nice rally. But you know, what was once a demand line would probably be used as a supply line. So 250 might be where it goes before reversing the downside. Of course, like if the macro stays, you know, if the macro stays like this and we keep climbing, Nvidia is going to keep climbing too real well. It's going to outperform. But if the stock market sells off and fills this gap, well, you know, Nvidia is going to go down too and fill a gap, which is at 212. That's a gap. Who is Glass? Funny, dude. Funny. You know, like you make those events and you make the, you know, dude, you go down places and they're like outside of a restaurant and they're just, they've got all these things for sale, but at the same time, they're also making stuff. Yeah, glass blowing, dude. It's not gross. Only if you have a mind in the gutter. So Bitcoin 65.45, well off its highs of the day, which was at 68.64. Imagine FOMOing in at 68.64. You'd be down over $300 right now. Wrecked. Dow Jones still right around, just flirting with that 20K area. Flirting with that supply line of the channel. S&P, it seems, is out. Broken out. I mean, an island reversal is normally, it can last weeks. So where you can have, like, you think it's a breakaway gap and then weeks of time goes by. right? Like where you get you know, whatever, it's Nvidia, it's doing well, and then great earnings report, and then it's climbing, but then it starts making these lower highs, lower lows, and you're getting close to that where you opened on the gap. When you start seeing like exhaustion over the course of a week or two or more, or maybe even a month, it just depends like what time scale. You normally want to look at the daily on this all the time for islands. And, you know, if you start making these lower lows like that, you can tell the buyers are exhausted. And what can happen is you just gap down, right? That's an island reversal. So it's like maybe you think it's a breakaway. But if you start losing your momentum and you start getting close to, again, where the gap up was on the lower lows, then that could be exhaustion. And you could have a big gap down. So that's a island top reversal. What's going on with my music, man? It's freaking out. Yes, Bruno. Yes, absolutely. There you go, Darren. Does that help? Let me know. Thanks. Jeez, man. Activision down 3.56% today with the market up. That's so bad. Like, how is that even real? Real life, dude. EA is down less than 1%. Everything else up. So that's those ones that were playing those semi hedges in market conditions like this. These are days where oftentimes they don't do well. And then when the macro sells off tomorrow, then they do well again, right? What happened to Johnson & Johnson, dude? Devastated. I was so sad. So sad on J&J. Had this beautiful range. It even hit the support. We were looking at it before it crashed again. But this thing has gone down to multi-year lows. Back to as low as December 2016. Promising, man. This one was. Bouncing off of it, just gapping up. But as you can see, it's at its lowest low of the day, pretty much. It opened at 118.73, and now it's at 115.50. So that's not really. You didn't even fill the gap, really. Yeah, 120. So what is that, man? No real buying signals on Johnson & Johnson right now. But certainly hit a critical area before having a pretty tremendous bounce. I mean, did 109 to gap up to 118. Pretty good, but now what? Nothing. No pattern, no edge. No edge on the market on Johnson & Johnson. Just had to look at it. It's up 4% today. Bitcoin, 65.17. And this is where we might very well see that 4-hour bearish divergence begin to mature, meaning shorting opportunities could be near. Still higher than you were at open on the daily, but beginning to bearish engulf. And this is what I'm talking about. This is maturation. You start waning on positive momentum on a slightly higher high, 6,800, very critical resistance. The second time around, much less positive momentum, much less relative strength. So if all things stay the same, you are in the midst of Class A bearish divergence, impending price action reversal to the downside. Things can turn around, of course, but since we're starting to wane, since the price action is starting to dive a little bit, this is the way we're looking at it right now. So with this going on, this can manifest into much lower prices where we see under 6K again. This type of stuff on the oscillators can manifest into us hitting the demand line of the overall structure that we've created. Started its creation March 13th selling climax. Okay, this is kind of what we've been waiting for, right? We knew we'd get some sort of sideways consolidation under so much volume on Bitcoin. We knew we could climb. You know, we knew that Best case scenario for bulls, we could even see 8K if there was enough buying pressure, if there's enough demand, but clearly not. You're showing exhaustion already. So it's kind of like double toppy too, right? It's a technically a higher high, barely. So that's why you can say it's kind of a double top. You're beginning to anyway. Let's see if we can get some vol through. 38 minutes to go till your 4-hour closes. If it ends like this, that's a bearish engulfing candle. That's kind of a selling signal. You engulf bearishly and you start showing bearish divergence on the oscillators at a critical resistance. Well, that right there, that's 4 coinciding variables. Gross. Argument's starting to pile up a little bit more for bears at this point. Though, let's wait for 37 minutes. Let's get a candle close confirmation, because what if Bitcoin miraculously rallies like it dumped? And all of a sudden we're at 67.50 in 37 minutes, dude, right? Gotta wait for confirmation. So S&P looking good, still 2390. Dow Jones is back over 20K. Nice. Gold 1605, not moving at all since I started this stream 2 hours ago. Good God, where does time go? And Nasdaq 7273. Has the world not gone mad yet, Cygirl? Could be argued at this point. These are some of the most maddening times in history. This has never happened, what we're going through. We kind of won the lotto being alive right now. Won the lotto as being alive in this current time in 2020. Because this is like a struggle that no one in human history has really ever gone through. Like generations, they've gone through their own problems, right? They've had their own issues, but this is a very unique crisis. Hey, it's Stygian Man, what's up, dude? Guess it's a reasonable time where you live. Finally, since it's the morning here. Iron Mountain. Wait a second. Oh, Boston. Yeah, there's Iron Mountains where I live. They're all over the place. It's biblical. Well, kind of close to it, right? I mean, we do have a record number of locusts off the coast of Africa. If you've not heard about this, it's pretty wild. $65.30. Candle close confirmation would be great, but if we get a bearish engulfing candle close confirmation, going short and having a stop above 68.50 would be very prudent with targets low to the high. I mean, you're looking like 5K to take some profit, maybe even 48K, 4,800. Excuse me. Wow. Yeah, they have double tops, and the neckline, you don't even have to look at it like a double top, but yeah, 56.71 would be the confirmation line of the potential double top. But you don't even have to look at it like that, because we got an edge on the market right now. We're gaining an edge on the market as we speak. It's developing. It's like, whoa, dude, we're looking at the radar, and now the dew point is hitting ideal conditions. The winds are lining up. Everything's humidity. Conditions are right for a bearish tornado, or they're developing right now. So we do have a bearish tornado watch, because conditions are becoming favorable for a much larger sell-off if things don't change in the next 33 minutes. But if they do, okay, all right, then maybe we cancel the bearish tornado watch, right? Oh my God, Twitter's down in Europe, Japan, and the US. We're screwed. Or maybe we're inverse screwed now because Twitter is kind of like, can kind of be cancer. Back over 20K on the Dow Jones. Still holding strong on the S&P. Yeah, 48K. Oh, funny JD, man. Funny guy. What's up, Julia? Good to see you in the chat. We've all been going through changes in life, but a lot of those changes now have been put on holds because of Corona and lockdowns, mandatory lockdowns happening every single day. You just gotta wonder, when's it gonna happen for the US? Is it gonna happen for the US? Are we gonna get one? Because all other countries are doing it. Australia, New Zealand, Canada, UK, Russia, India. Of course, China did it, not anymore, but who knows with those commies? At least the government, they're not gonna tell us. They just lie to us. I mean, lying over there is such a common thing. Like the way we help our neighbors, like the way one should help our neighbors, like how it's so built into our societal morality. Lying over there is that common. Like literally, like they don't look at it like it's a bad thing. They look at, oh, if I don't cheat or lie, someone else will, and they will get an edge on me. They will, because there's so many people over there. It's so competitive. I mean, this is stuff that you can research and look and find. They have like mantras. And it all started back with Mao Zedong, dude. Yeah, JD, glad you made it. Yeah, it's state by state. No reason to lock down Wyoming. Or my state, for that matter, really, right? So S&P is getting pretty close to session highs, but just kind of hanging around. I think it hit 2,400 once, maybe not, and then pulled back. Oh, actually, yeah, we hit 2,460 cents once today. So just hanging on. This is good, I guess. Better than selling off and filling the gap. Why would you go long on Bitcoin when we are potentially showing seller or buyer exhaustion? You've hit a high, you're now hitting the same high, and you have lower levels of positive momentum, lower levels of relative strength. And there's 30 minutes to go. And so this is what I'm saying, like you're starting to rally a little bit. We need 30 minutes for a bearish engulfing confirmation. It's not confirmed, so it could easily turn into something else. And we could keep going to the upside. But I mean, that's crazy to be talking about a long now after in 36 hours or so Bitcoin has appreciated in value 20%. How could one be acting like now is a value area? You have no edge on the market as a long. Absolutely zero. Get me? What's up, Tommy? Good vibes to you as well. Oh man, the chairman said no tendies for anyone? Good God, I'm sorry to hear that, man. So yeah, I do owe a beer chug, but I don't even know. That'd be like, I want to exercise. I hate exercise after I have any alcohol in me. I don't know what to do, man. I was hoping probes would hit it, and then I'd have to do it. Like that's like when let there be no doubt. You know, I'd have to take a shot and chug a beer. But it's unfair, man. It's dude, 6% chance and 8% chance, and it's just not hitting, dude. I think probes rage quit too. And be sure, if you're not a member, become one. Join the Discord. where we have an extremely active community. Oh my god. I mean, general chat is going 24/7 since we live in a global world. We have Strayans, tons of Strayans. We got binders of Strayans and Kiwis, man. Who, you know, kind of keep the, that's like, you know, the night shift, but it's day shift for them. Yes, Schwab, we did, man. We certainly went into depth on that discussion, man. As you can see it on your screen. The Discrod rocks, yeah. You gotta try to telecommute work for real, Coiner? Yeah, dude. We're all telecommuting. Are you using Zoom? Are you using Cisco? Which application are you using? If you're literally like staying home and working for your job, what video, you know, conference program are you using right now? Just kind of curious because Zoom has been doing so well and Cisco kind of also a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stick around for 27 more minutes for Bitcoin's close. I'm gonna try. It's kind of, you know, it's tough, man. Like, you stream over 2 hours, your focus starts going away. I mean, price action and chat insanity is normally what drives you at that point, you know. Zoom, Zatri, Tabalin. Everyone at Jacobs works using Zoom. Sakoshi Zoom. Cody says Slack. TeamViewer. Is TeamViewer Microsoft? Zoom and Google Hangout for Kirk. See, that's why it's been pumping, man. Like people using Skype. Microsoft owns Skype, I think, too, maybe. Yeah, Skype or Windows Teams. Cisco Connect to remote in for JDinks. I'm talking about, man. There's not that many, right? There's only like a handful of these programs. Skype is boomer tech. Kind of is, dude. Kind of is. It's like, why not just use our Discord, man? We got level 3, tier 3. We got all those megabytes, dude. Slack for Wayne Batson, man. Big shout out to Wayne Batson for the best graphics of all time, ever. Zoom, Skype, Cisco, boom. See, it's weird about these companies. Like, so Zoom is Zoom, right? That's what it's one trick pony kind of. But then you got like Microsoft who owns these assets. So they got certain sectors that are exposed to the bad. And so since they're diversified, it's not good for them in the short term because like that's how Zoom has been booming so much. Same with Target, right? You know, like you saw Blue Apron, which had been just devastated since IPOing. And then it had just like a huge, insane rally, you know, 100, 200%. Oh my God. In like 5 days, a week, you know. Well, it's a one trick pony. So like on days like this, you'd think that's an asset that would dump, right? Did Blue Apron dump today? Because we have been talking about that. The ones that have been playing a hedge on rally days, they underperform. They do bad. Same with Activision. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it's not really bad. It's down, dude. That's terrible. Like, you're down 15% today. So, Blue Apron. All right. So what I was saying is like something comparable to Microsoft having Skype and these other programs. They have all these other things, these other sectors that make them money or lose them money. So, you know, they're not going to be as up and down on days like today or whenever. But Target owns Shipt, which is just like Blue Apron, where they deliver food to your house, you know, from all their locations. So, you know, it's like Target, though, hasn't been doing anything like this because they're diversified. But Target's not going to be down 15% on a day like this either. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know, just talking out loud here. Observations. Little James, no. 6,500, no. If the divergence continues to mature and plays out, no, 6,500 will drop like a rock. We'll be well below that in time. I know you want to buy Bitcoin, Lil James, but guess what, dude? Technical analysis is telling you if you buy now, you're a sucker and you're going to be a zero-sum game and people are going to take money from you. So if you want to lose money, go ahead. Or if you want a high risk of losing money, go ahead. Though it may not, like, nothing's certain. So, like, you might luck out bucking the technical analysis for a little bit longer, but keep doing that. Keep playing the numbers game. You're going to lose. If you keep ignoring signals from the market that are saying, Bitcoin on a decently significant time scale is saying that buyers are exhausted. Yeah, Blue Apron spreading it, man. Can't even say that because it's not real. It's fake. Dr. X, I don't use it. So I mean, like, look, man, been monitoring Bitcoin for a pretty long time now. I mean, I don't know, over 2 years, and I don't know, me using standard Japanese candles, bearish engulfing candles, divergence, it works out very well. It's very reliable. So I'm not gonna mess around and because the Heiken Ashi doesn't show its bearish engulfing, I'm not gonna like change everything because of that, or be like second guessing my analysis because of that. So I don't know. You want to see something's down that's good for everyone? The volatility index crashed today. Sweet mother of God. Look at what happened. It got as low as 36.29 today and rallied and is now at 56.18. Holy crap, what kind of swing? A 55% swing, chat. Where'd you go? You went all the way down to 2018 level. This is like where, where you get craziness. It's not a recession or a crash. It's just like a big pullback in an otherwise very bullish trend. That's where you normally go, to those levels. So it went down there, regarded as support before rallying like the Jesus man. That's crazy. So Rich M coming in from SoCal. Y'all in lockdown. Surprised y'all even have internet now. Government's going to take that away too soon. For defense or something. They'll give you a reason, but they'll say, don't worry about it, dude. Former FDA commissioner says it's going to be another 3 to 4 weeks until we see the peak in the epidemic curve in regions like New York, which has become an epicenter for infection. Gold approaching session. Let's go. 1617.74. Hey, guess what else is good to hit session high? This is a beautiful quad screen right now. I love it, man. Everything's pumping. Except Bitcoin. 2401. We just did it, chat. S&P 500 rallying. 2477 is the 23% retrace. It's a viable area to believe we could go if the rallies to continue. High point to low point. Your first fib node. The shallowest. May not happen today, of course. 20,110. Dow Jones beginning to break out. And the next, 236 for the Dow. Jeez, man. Look at 20,883 you'd have to run to before your first shallowest retrace. Good God. Yeah, look at gold, man. Gold is at 1616. Yeah, you're right. Nice. Very nice. Yes, divergence on Bitcoin. Where you been, Wilcon, man? We've been talking about it all morning. Bearish divergence is developing on Bitcoin. Let it be known. Oh my God. But we got to get some candle close confirmation. All right, we got to get a bearish engulfing candle. We got to see some weakness with the candles. Nothing's certain. It's all about probabilities. And it would help the probability if Bitcoin closed weak. But again, it's rallying a little bit, 65.85. It was down at a little bit lower earlier. McDonald Douglas. Who was that, dude? Can we create a meme real quick? Hey, it's McDonald Douglas, dude. No idea, Arnie. No idea how that's gonna go. A digital coin, man. 1619. You just hit session eyes on gold. Let's go.
Bruh.
73.24 on the NASDAQ. Q's gotta be pumping as well. We're doing things, chat. We're definitely doing things right now. Man, gold volatile. I mean, more volatile than it normally is. Everyone's getting bailed out. Money for everybody. Money for gold. Money for Bitcoin. Money for all the indices. Money for cruise lines. Money for airlines. Money probably for Boeing. Company that deserves it the least. We out here. Shorts get wrecked. Well, look, man. You hit a support once, you hit it twice. That's the 4 hours good for. Seeing rejection twice. That's great. CAR. I'm waiting on neither Gianluca. I'm waiting on the 4 hour. I don't use the 6 hour. I seldom use the 60 minute. I'm waiting on the 4 hour. $20,157 and climbing. What a day so far it's been. It's been beautiful. Helicopter money in the house. Good God. Gold call up 86%. Nice. My God, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this could continue. Of course, it pulls back. Right? Again, like we talked about, gold has not back tested this confirmation line, 1553. Could always come back before running again. The good news is on the 4 hour, neither on the 4 hour nor the daily is there buyer exhaustion. That's great. Yeah, savage traders. It's like bullcrap, man. But, you know, people need to go on ships and eat and drink. So we gotta bail them out, dude. Sorry. You don't get a say in it, okay? You pay taxes every freaking 2 weeks or every quarter, depending on your status as an employee or entrepreneur. But you don't get a say in who gets bailed out. They're just gonna take your money and misallocate it. Let's go, Danny, man. Not really 92.5. Not really. Never got into it too much. This is the stocks, kind of the world I started with. Anyway, man. All right, so we got 44 minutes. No, how much longer till Bitcoin closes? It's gonna try to stay around. I don't know, man. I've already been live 2 hours and 20 minutes, so it's kind of good, right? You see you're back above 6,600. This is what I'm talking about. You got to get candle close confirmation, because like a bearish engulfing candle with 1 hour left on a 4 hour candle is not a bearish engulfing candle. It's potentially engulfing. All right, still weakness though, and any kind of candle where if it pumps like for real, which it could, everything's possible. If it pumps or something, then you won't be waning on negative momentum anymore, and you won't have as strong of an argument yet for buyer exhaustion, because if it's at, the positive momentum histogram wicks at its highest level and it's still showing green, it's not waning, then it could keep climbing and you might have to hold off, and it's not maturing yet. But right now, excuse me. Very real. And this is the same stuff we looked at on Bitcoin down here. I mean, like, good God, a low on price, a lower low on price. Well, even here, we're saying we had hidden divergence. And we dumped. When we dumped, we showed the seller exhaustion. Seller exhaustion, buyer exhaustion. It's almost uncanny. And if you're new, Bitcoin respects the TA like the Jesus man all the time. Adam case is $1,500 dangling carrot for the middle class in exchange for future larger asset bubbles and destruction of buying power. Oh, certainly. Velocity of money. I don't even know what's going to happen to it. It's going to have to go down so much more. Joke is on the middle class. Poor. Yeah. Who's footing the bill? You know who's footing the bill. I just touch that. What did I do? Thank you. You are fantastic. Thank you for, I think that's at the 15 on the day, D-Sam?
Bruh.
Thank you. My God, you're amazing. Jesus voice too. You have a Jesus voice. Still going hard. I don't know about going hard. I'm just hanging out, man. Just got some tendies secured today. Also have other tendies that aren't leveraged really, but still a sizable position. I bought in the Qs a couple days ago. It was like Thursday or Friday. So digging that. But no idea how high this rally is going to climb today. Don't know if we'll even get to our shallowest retrace. The S&P 500 is 2477. And the shallowest retrace for the Dow Jones is 20,883. Or you can see it in the top left of your screen. You're trying to break out, but you're right around it. Bottom left is gold. That's been doing exceptional today. The past couple days, few days. Adam and Eve double bottom count definitely confirmed. Let's go. There was also bullish divergence on that double bottom on gold too. So we got 11 minutes until your 4-hour candle close on Bitcoin. I'm going to stick around for that. What's up, Solid Snake, man? Good to see you. Thanks for the sub. Little James, I mean, you know, whatever. If you want to learn the hard way, go for it, dude. I don't care. Like, I mean, how could I care if I've given you an argument multiple times a stream on why it might be high risk to buy? And if you're still wanting to buy, like, I can't stop you, and I'm not going to try to stop you because it's your power, your will. And if something that's not certain goes the other way, I'm not going to be the one to take blame for it. But just telling you, man, Bitcoin does look like it's losing its steam. It's showing some buyer exhaustion now at a critical resistance of 6,800. Thanks again, DZAM. Look, chat. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Oh yeah, I can't. Get wrecked, SpongeBob.
Bruh.
So Thursday's the big day though, right, Chad? That's not today. A couple days away where we're going to be getting a confirmed joblessness claims. And it's going to be historic. It's going to shatter the 1982 record. It's going to triple the old record. 1982, we had a recession. There you go. Stadium Gang's got it right. He says, my finger is hovering over the sell button for another 10 minutes. Perfect, dude. That's the mentality. You're in sync with the TA. Right? You can be in sync or out of sync with a TA. But hey, you know the good news? There are little Jameses all across the markets that will be glad to sell you their Bitcoin when there's bearish divergence on both oscillators at a critical resistance on a slightly higher high, not even double top. It's worse. 2396 S&P, Dow Jones still looking strong. Gold still looking strong today. Well, Jacob G, I thought they were already fining people like $400 for that type of action, right? Going out for non-essential things. 2397, let's go S&P, pump it. Very close to session highs, only a few dollars away. Session highs 2407. You're 2398, and you've broken the down sloping channel. Oh my God, man! That's right, Kanatomo. What do the Backstreet Boys say? Yeah, gold is kings. Measure move 1658. Don't know if we'll get there. The good news is there's no buyer exhaustion, so we very well could get there, but we might pull back before running again. Either way, who cares? Because like, you have a target, you have a plan, a trading plan. So you don't have to guess or wonder. I don't really use them. Ashi candles. 2400 on S&P. Let's go. 2401 and climbing. India orders it's the biggest lockdown in world history. That's nuts, dude. 1.3 billion. Yeah, but won't be enforced. People will still be going outside en masse. People will still be going to the bazaar in India. People will still be spreading the living crap out of that virus. You better believe it, dude. Six minutes to your 4 candle close on Bitcoin. Just hanging around for that. We're gonna make it, chat. So it's really, you're not engulfing right now yet. You're above 6,600, so all right, you're okay. But it's not bearish engulfing. Then you get to wait another 4 hours to see what kind of candle develops. If you make you get in the red candle, you get back down to 6,400 again, and then man. Then you know that you're about to probably reverse the downside a lot more. Just hadn't happened yet. 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Little James prefers Backstreet Boys over NSYNC. All right. Still 2,400 on the S&P. Right on it, man. 2,450 cents. $20,162 on the S&P, with a session high being 20,200. So only 26 points off. Very close. So this could continue to climb throughout the day, man. 2404. Let's go. Q gang. Did the House truly pass the digital dollar? I haven't seen this yet. I don't know if it's happened yet. But that's really scary, man. That's something that people have talked about. That is extremely bad, because that is like when you start creating a digital currency. When you start, and then like what's going to happen after this, right? We're about session highs on the indices, but what will be the next step after a digital currency is created by the Fed or whatever? The government is going to start going cashless. They will start confiscating cash. In return, you will start getting the Fed coin or whatever. This will take a long time. But what happens when everything goes cashless? Well, then all of a sudden the government has the ability to do whatever they want to you. You don't agree with something? Okay. Well, then that's like that whole dystopian 1984 stuff. You don't want the government to be cashless, I don't think, man. 2408. We are at session highs right now. Dow Jones 20,210 and rising. Gold near session highs 1619. There it is, 1621. Session highs on gold. Beautiful. Session highs on the Nasdaq 7320. Not session highs on Bitcoin 6612. It did not pass yet. Yeah, I know. I'd know about it. I believe 50 people would have messaged me and let me know. So we are climbing right now. We got 2 minutes 40 seconds until Bitcoin's 4-hour candle closes. It looks like it's not going to be a bearish engulfing candle. Not yet. Just a small sign of weakness. Australia has already tried to cash or ban cash, and it passed. Can't spend more than 10K in cash. Send orders to 1K and then 0. Yep. Yeah, governments try to act like, see, they always have this long-term siege on you. So they'll pass something small, and then they'll say, dude, see, it's not a big deal. But then 5 years go by. Whoops. It just got worse. So it's like they cut a seam into your freedom, and then they start tearing it, they start pulling it apart as time goes by, and it's kind of seamless, like, no pun intended, but that's how it works, man. They start all they do is just make a minor cut with the first bill, and then they just start they make augmentations and, amendums to those initial freedom takers, right? And then it just gets worse and worse and worse, and then 20 years go by, all of a sudden, wow, dude, I can't even believe this is real life now. 2409, my God, the S&P, Dow, gold, all doing great right now. I mean, at least for today. Bitcoin's climbing 6619. 1 minute to go. So it won't be a bearish engulfing unless something crazy happened in 1 minute. Yeah, Patriot Act, sure. Look on the 8th, whatever. So not as bad as it was earlier with Bitcoin. It hit a low on this 4-hour candle. I mean, session, that 4-hour low of 6,500, man. So it's up over $100 from its lowest point. So again, that's kind of confirming. I mean, things can change, right? But I don't know, man. With it starting to wane on both, this is definitely where a reversal could start occurring on Bitcoin, though it's not certain. It's starting to set up that way. There it is. No engulfing, but kind of meh candle. So it's probably going to be a bunch of chop. Hey, look, you're negative. Look, and this is, if this continues, man, like, then you're definitely going to be selling off soon, right? If you get more waning momentum, that is divergence beginning to mature. So, I mean, like, if you're lucky, we get a rally to 6750, but like at this point, it's starting to look like around 6750 to 6800 is a great shorting opportunity. Like, if this keeps going the way it is, just saying, man, mark my words. There's no value up here. Bitcoin appreciated in value 20% in the past few days, couple days. And you're in a bear trend. People so soon forget that what kind of trend we're in, what kind of consolidation it is after a crash. It's methodical. Would love to be wrong, of course. I'm always rooting for Bitcoin to be at $1 billion, but 2412 S&P 500 session highs. Dow Jones 20,235. It was at 20,263, so it's a little off its highs of the day. Doesn't look like it. Gold 16.18. NASDAQ is sessionized 73.24. All right, man. We're getting a good rally today. Dow Jones up nearly 9%. S&P 7.8%. NASDAQ almost 7%. Wow. Killing it. So great news, man. The market's rallying. Okay, so fish head a chug maybe for the afternoon stream or something. Hate to leave with session highs on the stock market, but dude, I don't know what to do. Can't grow. I don't know what to do anymore. Okay. What about streaming? I just kind of like don't know how to get more viewers than a booby streamer. Don't know how to get people to watch. I don't even know. It's like I think I plateaued as a streamer, despite any kind of revolutionary graphics, innovative ways to engage with chat. Doesn't matter. No matter what I do, it could be the best thing that's ever existed in live streaming, but I won't grow, and I don't know why or how. It's stupid at this point. It's just like there's nothing I can do. If I can't grow after all the stuff I've done now, I'll never grow. So I guess I'm stuck. That's okay. Thank y'all for watching. I'll be back. I've been live again. I mean, 2 hours, 37 minutes, nothing to, scoff at. So let's keep that pump going. I'll be back. Until next time, respect to the T. Hey. Thanks, DZM. Oh my God. You're amazing. Freaking love you. Oranges, man. Dude, thanks for the 5 super chat. Much love, dude. Kings, man. Love y'all. Seriously, y'all are just best community ever. Just want to grow it. Just can't.
Your stream will grow. Keep the faith, Brew, Kings.
Thanks a lot, James, for the 10, man. Really appreciate it. Doing all I can, man. I mean, 7 days a week live streaming. I mean, like, revolutionary graphics. I mean, what else can I even do, man? Literally nothing. Just stop working as hard. Like, literally stop. And growth won't happen. I mean, dude, I've just done everything. It's whatever.